that's one of the reasons why I actually opened Freedom Cuts too, because they didn't have that when I started my journey in barbering. I realized that the industry looked at barbering just cutting hair. No, it's not just cutting hair. It's a lot more. It's a whole lot more. And the reason why I like or appreciate Young Barbers because it reminded me of me when I first started, but it reminded me having an opportunity now to grow. So my barbers, the oldest, well, the youngest is probably 19, and the oldest is probably 21.
Okay, so you would say then that Freedom Cuts Barber Studio is a springboard. And
there you
an
go.
Opportunity for younger barbers to come in
there
when they, you know,
build
the
clientele.
say right behind the ears to come in, build clientele, build a confidence, and then if they do decide to separate themselves from the company,
No, not if they do. They will. Barbering is a very independent type of industry too.
I agree.
Each barber want your own business.
Right.
Each hairdresser want your own business.
Right.
It's just that's how the nature of the whole industry
So you
is.
can't take it personal.
So I cannot take it personal. That's why I want clientele. I
choose not
because it hurts.
I
It
know
actually
of other
hurts.
businesses that, you know, that you would give maybe 5, 9, 10 years to a company.
Yeah.
And then when you decide to spread your wings, you're seen as a person that you abandoning ship.
Yeah.
But that was something that we spoke about as well on the outside, and that really had to bring back up for the viewers.
Oh, okay.
That Freedom Cuts is not set up to lock anybody in place for the betterment of you and the business. It is more so a public service. Because if I were a young lady leaving Samuel Jackson Prescott Polytechnic and I just finished the course to do massage therapy, I would want somebody to give me an opportunity to gain experience, to gain clientele, so that I could then become a business
not for you, but that is the main reason why. That was one of the main reasons why I opened Freedom Cuts, and that's why I have so much distance, because I want to bring that platform to the young barbers and let them know. But look, if I'm gonna left TVET, if I'm gonna left Polytechnic, wherever I'm gonna left, even in the backyard, you say they want to come in here, cut here, no problem. That is why here open, and that's why I just hope and pray that I actually have enough clientele to sustain it here for those reasons.
They can't do it.
For those reasons.
When you were a young barber and like these barbers, you know, do you find that they have the same hunger you had when you were a young barber?
Well, it's hard to find that particular hunger now. You see it, but you don't see it as much. So it's very rare to find that hunger. I mean, they're still hungry, they're still eager, they still want to get it, but they're not going for it as hard as they should, because as we know, generations change.
I was just about to ask if you believe that social media has anything to do with that, because what I would say is, once upon a time, a barber was advertised via word of mouth.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the youngsters, they could take a whole bunch of videos, fancy them up, and put them online, and then from there, that video could just take off, and then that person went from 3 clients on Tuesday to 50 clients by Friday. So,
it's true.
So the beauty about it is, and I think is also the beauty, is the gift and curse. Because the gift is, I can reach more people via my one little video of my haircut.
Yeah.
But it also puts a sense of quote-unquote laziness into it, because I would say that you had to work hard. You were one of the people that had to work up. You were one of the people that had to put in the work and pay you to get to the level that you are right now. So are you upset that it's so easy for barbers now to make a top name for themselves without actually having that body of work that you would have put in back in time before social media?
My body of work, right? I can tell you from personal experience, I see this man cut ridiculous amounts of
Yes. Yeah.
in a day, right?
Yeah.
Kid know my journey, Jai know it too, but
I came on the back end. But yeah, I saw a lot of
where the
people.
hunger, my belly was touching my back now.
That's one thing. Another rough thing there too.
Yeah,
I know that you probably want to keep the clients moving
so aggressive when it comes to barbering and the style of barbering, because I want to be one of the guys that actually change barbering. I hope people look at barbering in Barbados. Furthermore, the Caribbean, if I get to that level, I was just studying. I set a target. Every day I set a target. When I wake up, I set a target in my mind. And that's what I want the youngsters to do, and young barbers in particular, or anybody in the industry. When I wake up in the morning, set a target. Set a target how much money you want to make. Put it in your mind. You know what I mean? And stick to it. Don't mind when you get there, you don't see nobody. Stick to that target, and it just happens. It pick positive all the time. Let go of the old energy. When you come and say you shop, you know.
So if you had a bad day yesterday, don't bring that
energy next day.
So let me just, it's a fresh day.
Because what I find too, when you bring that energy here, the customers feel that energy.
That's a fact.
Energy is a powerful thing, you know. Energy is a powerful thing. So if you had a situation where as you get with your girlfriend or whatever, and you bring that to work, it affects your work. Don't mind you might be the best barber in town, it affects your work, but no, you don't have that same enthusiasm with your customer saying, how was your day or whatever, you mouth shut, you couldn't hear. And your customer then realize, something wrong with you, boy. Something wrong with you, and then he can feed off of that energy, and that's not good.
And that's one thing I test to, you know, I've been my barber for years, right? And I come here on days like down spirits, right? And all this feeling bad, but his energy is so consistent. Contagious. And it's like you in the barber chair, you would be mindfully talking, but he can straight to conversation, a meaningful conversation.
So that would mean that you really multifaceted because you're a barber, you're a psychologist, all of these things. So how you would say that you have a situation, or no, really, you would say that on a daily basis that you connect with people and you bring them out of funks. Sometimes you could tell that sign a little off with somebody, and but you get nature having a conversation with them. It might not even be about what it is that you're going through, but just giving them a great experience.
Correct. You see,
lift that
it's true.
spirit.
And I'm glad you touched on that too, because being a barber is not only, that's what it says, not only cutting hair, you know, this is another reason too. Barbering is therapy. It's therapy for men, it's therapy for women. Whoever sitting on the barber chair is therapy, because you can have a bad day, the customer can have a bad day. But you just asking that customer, how was your day, or crack a little joke and make you laugh, the man will be much more comfortable. And that is what building relationship with your barber and client is very important. And that's why, the reason why those things are important, it keeps the clientele for years.
Person is rated for you better than that person, then well, you know. But so we were saying barber, artist, psychologist, and now
family man.
Well, family man, we can get back to the because it's a very important job too, but that's another part of it. Talk to me about your music. Tell me about the song that you brought out those 2 years ago.
First of all, give us your name.
Right.
Well, first of all, my stage name is Drew Sharp. Drew Sharp. The reason, and Alter Ego gave me that name when it was me, Just D, and Davian, Alter Ego in the studio that night. We were recording at Chris Allman studio, and man was like, what name we can get through? What name we can get through? Right. He's a barber. Right. And Alter Ego said, you got your sharp, right? I said, yeah. So I put it together, then Drew Sharp. Hold on, something, Drew Sharp. And I was like, yo. It incorporated what I do, and it's also part of my name, my actual name, you know, and what people call me, you know what I mean? So that's where I get my name from, Alter Ego. Alter Ego actually gave me my name, Drew Sharp. So how you get into music? It started at Richard Stokes. It was part of that. I did. I started at school.
Let me ask you a question. You do anything normal, like play football or anything? Because
I was
as a young citizen. I was playing football, I was playing cricket, doing karate and this. You did barbering, you did controlling the console, you did acting talent. You talk to me, tell me.
Well, to be honest, it really started from school. I went to school at St. Lucie Secondary. I'm very proud to say so because I learned a lot. You know, people's got a stigma about different schools and all that. I don't deal with that. It's what you do when you get there. That's what it's people. It's what you do when you get there. Straight to carry a conversation with where they're in school, you know what I mean? More than somebody there for this. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably all
most of my
everything
friends,
really.
I would say, most of them at the Cormier, most of them at St. Michael, and you
Which
know what I mean?
one?
So they started at St. Michael. Well, I used to play basketball, but you know, it wasn't a good sportsman. I am afraid to say that. So I had to find something else to fall back on. And I had a music teacher, his name was Mr. Holford, and he said, well, there's a project coming up, and we want you to be a part of it. I was like, yeah, got other fellas in school, and he made me said, Drew, what going on? That ain't like you. I was like, I wanted to try something different. So we went in the music room, and we started to play a tune or whatever, and he had the song there. I can't remember what the song was. I think it was Leaving on a Jet Plane. Yeah, Leaving on a Jet Plane. He tell me, sing that. And I was like, sing what? I said, sing that. If you're doing singing in the pageant, you got to learn. You got to start from note. And I was like, yo, if I want to do this, I got to do it. You know what I mean? If I got that sports, I got to get something. And I went for it and I sing. So long story short, that's where it started from. And in that pageant, in the first and Lucy second pageant, I came first runner up, and then in the second one, I actually won the pageant with Best Talent.
Wow.
Right?
Party artists.
Yeah. Then I went on to the inter-school pageant. I don't know if one of men remember the inter-school pageant. I put bare holes in the inter-school pageant, man. I put bare holes. Okay. Right?
I only ever perform at school.
Yeah, and I get Best Talent in inter-school pageant too. Yeah. Right? I was up against men like Just J. That is you know, I was up against a whole lot of talented men. Yeah. And from there I just discovered that, you know, just singing is something you like. Yeah. So from there I went on to Richard Stowe. He was at inter-school pageant?
Yeah, I was at that one.
So you see
Yeah.
But anyway.
All these pretty boys and things.
But yeah.
Not me. I just perform at school.
Well, I used to perform back then, so that's the thing. I used to rap back then.
Alright. You see what things is come out? You see what things is come out?
Rap ludicrous song and all the people saying curse words. I didn't suppose to curse and they didn't all they curse, so that's my things we are good.
Right. So from there, I discovered that I could sing a song, yeah. So then I went with Richard Stowe, and I did well in all my preliminaries, went to the finals, came second. I never won. I ain't gonna sit down in front of this say they just don't know.
Well, you can do your research.
Yeah, I want to do research.
You can show yourself here.
Nah, but I came second. I can't remember the year it was. I came second before. From there I went on and tried to record music other ways, but I didn't realize that music at that time didn't make any money for me. So I dropped it, and that's many time back to where I was talking about. Remember me said, slap me my face, say, look, I can't send all these here, the barber here, cut some glass here. So now I wear the barber chapter now, open up now. You understand? So back to the singing now. Anyway, so then I Justy, that's very non Justy. That's very non Justy. True Richard Stowe too. And he could tell you that's how we actually know each other from. Richard Stowe. I didn't know Omar, which is Marsville. No, he was in that, he was there too. So yeah,
you rub shoulders with
some talented men, some gifted men in the industry.
Today.
Yeah, the man just gas what left me, but but yeah.
It's your time now.
Your first song, it was very original.
Yeah.
It went a long way.
Right, so tell me what was the name of the song?
Kiss on Mecca was my first song. Yeah, Kiss on Mecca. It was written by Davian. Written by Justy, produced by Justy, and it did very good that year. It got a lot of airplay. I don't know if people familiar with it. I get one of my biggest gigs I got that year was Awaken. Okay. I was so excited about that. I was ultimately excited because for new artists in Barbados, it's hard to even get an opportunity to go to the cavalcade. You understand? So to go to a level like Awaken, dude, that I went home. I sing off my wife ears, the little man started screaming. I said, Daddy, shut up, no, I want to sing. But yeah, that was my first song, and I get some really good performances. I went Bucket Fest that year. The song did really, really good for a new artist, so that gave me enough confidence to go further now the next year. So I said, you know what? But mind you, a song is really expensive, and this is not to discourage anybody. I'm speaking real right here. A song, it may be expensive. It may not be expensive to other people, but it's expensive to me, being that I have a lot of arrangements, a lot of things dealing with.
Right.
So it's like probably about 3,000 Barbados for some on my end. So I said I can do sign next year, but I can do sign once a year because everyone said, man, you should do 2 songs, you should do 3 songs. No, I stick in with what I can handle.
Right.
So I did. So last year, no,
Don't make yourself shameful of what you need. We got
it's true. You understand?
You know,
If I could afford 5 songs, I would have done it. But you know, let me be real.
But I think, you know, honestly, Father, you said that it was your first year on the soca field, and it did so well. It kind of set a precedent that, you know, coming back, you know, because consistency is usually the issue in that genre of music. Consistency is the #1 reason why so many people sometimes don't come back. You should try, you should,
And
you know.
those are the things that I bear in mind too, because let me all be real. To please a Bajan audience,
Yeah, it's very difficult.
you gotta come real good. You gotta come real good. You can't be.
Last year, December 31st,
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of going to Toronto Square to seeing a live show. It was the first time that I really ever attended a show of that magnitude. And when I tell you that these people the crowd was so appreciative of those people on the stage.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people singing in a language I don't know. Some people sound
That's the
terrible with melody. but at the end of every single song, the entire crowd erupting with just gratitude and that the people came on and gave a performance. It is true. Whenever a Barbadian crowd move into your music, you know that you accomplish something, brother.
You do saying good deal. I got another one this year too.
You got one this year.
I haven't heard it as yet.
Is Awfully Goldust Rhythm, written, produced, mixed and mastered by Davian. This boy is talented. This boy talented.
Right.
All the songs that I sing, the man write. Just the core, right? The first one, but the two, and he's do a lot of rhythms too. So I was on a rhythm called The Dark Horse last year, which did
Last
well.
year,
That was last year. When it was Kiss
Right.
last
Okay,
year.
sorry.
Right, sorry. And that did well too. You could ask Kida had me at one. He shows Brady Sober, big up Brady Sober.
It's not entertainment.
Yeah, Lord John made me a little maybe grace on the stage and show my talent and stuff. That I appreciate that. I get a lot of performances last year too again. I can't remember. Let me see. I did Beer Fest last year. And a couple of karaoke's and stuff, you know, I try to get out there. But what really touched me the most is that big respects to DMZ, big respects to John Doe. These men is new artists, DJs. You know, large off the whole team. But I mean, these is men that I point out because these men look after me on the radio. These men is playing my music. These men is play new artists' music. So I want large off them, man.
DMZ, big up with themselves because that's what's important. Actually, today was having this conversation with a friend about giving artists the opportunity to come forward because it's just like but you see the beauty about what you do is that it transcends and it cascades right across your entire life because you created a platform and a springboard for young barbers or young business people and now you're being shown the
consistency. Exactly, because not only us here in Barbados hear our music is everybody all over. And you don't want people in Trinidad or you don't want people in St. Lucia saying you hear that song, thank them in Barbados is like what's unreal. You want people saying good stuff about Bajan music. You understand? So those are the reasons why people be skeptical when new artists bring a song they play on the radio.
So what's next for?
Right, I was just about to ask, like, what's your biggest dream when it comes to music? Like, you want to be able to say that you've been to Trinidad Carnival or
I would like to touch
it's nothing.
for
It's
sure.
Nottingham.
You want Richard level? You want Capasa level?
Well,
You want.
What you
Music.
You want me as a backup singer?
what you trying to do? But nah.
You want to get to the level of Marshall?
To be real honest, I'm real careful with music because being that I have so much to deal with financially,
Yeah.
I don't want just draw everything and let me focus on Nottingham or Trinidad or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have music next to me while I do something that I'm passionate about. Music, if music takes me thus far, then it would go thus
So
far.
are you not passionate about music?
I am, but listen to what I'm telling you, bro.
Reality.
Let me face reality. Does music pay me the way how I want? People can say, "Oh, Andrew, but if you like that, just drop what you're doing and focus on the music." But let me be real. If I do that, I gotta remember I got a family.
Yeah.
I gotta remember I got a wife. I gotta remember I got bills.
Yeah.
So I can't go after it how I would love to.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
But I gonna run with it next to me.
But
As far as I go, I run it with it.
That's good because
I run it with it. So whatever it take me at the end of the day, Chad Nikita, I will go with it. But for now, I can just run with it alongside me. I ain't leaving it off. I run it with it. That Iman left one, he sword. But you know what I mean? I left that my music, my sword. You know what I mean?
So
So
he ain't even because he's new sort of.
Yeah, he's new sort of,
Yeah.
but I like Tana Cats. I know what mention him, man. I like Tana Cats. Come on, big man.
Oh,
You know how you can be Bruce Allen, you know?
I agree, Batman.
How you get this
What are
combination?
you talking about? Tana
This is
Cat?
not Dragon Ball Z that you can fuse and you can do this and do that and fuse. I'm just saying that
Wait.
the reason I want to run with music,
Yeah.
don't say me. I don't want to ever forget it. But wherever it takes me, I will go. Wherever my barbering takes me, I will go. But I focus in on barbering because it helps me pay my bills. And I'm also, don't think, I'm also just as hungry for barbering as for my music. I don't know how to explain it, but I writing the book
But
because
let me say this to you as well. I find that within, I don't know if to say the black community, but I feel more so like in the Caribbean because this is very born and raised as well. We are sometimes led to believe that we can only have one passion or excel at one thing. But I am here to tell you that that's not true. Because multifaceted people need to exist in this world. You know, there's an old time saying, a jack of all trades, but a master of none. But a man like you would be able to survive in the event that one trade drops.
Oh, you all wrong there.
Because if it's just an accountant, and then they don't need me anymore, where will
I
you go?
don't point out two sportsmen, two leading sportsmen right now. Look at Jordan. Jordan.
Right, yeah.
And the man went into golf. He wasn't good at golf. He was whack at golf, but he knew he could play golf.
Right.
Look at Bolt. Bolt is the fastest man in the world, and he know into football. Well, I don't know if he into football still, but he can play football.
Yeah, I know that he still continue.
But I draw to the references to just show people, well, look, these men is the successful men. These men is the ultimate sportsmen in what they do. But look, they're touching other things to see if there's just as
They don't have to do it. They don't have to. They're doing it.
Exactly.
I feel like that's not a bad example, but I wouldn't really use them because the everyday person cannot relate to them. Let me use Ramal for example, which is the third person that's a part of our production.
Man, we can't see right now.
Right, Ramal is a guy that is into cars heavy. He's into video editing, creation, production, audio. He's into spin classes. He has his own. Right, he's heavily into the creating of websites.
Yeah.
So Ramal is a better example of just spreading yourself into things that you love or naturally come to you.
Yeah.
Because for me, I love to voice act.
Yeah.
I love to act because I've been on the stage before.
I know that part for sure.
And everything.
I know that part for sure.
I always wanted to become
But
a
you
radio
want
announcer.
first time comedy, just let me know again, alright?
I think for stand-up comedy, I think I would be
Try to
better
get
as
it.
a ghostwriter though.
Oh,
You know,
mean
like how
Steve Harvey started out?
Like how Kevin Hart is the face of his comical stuff, but he got record boys that are
Steve
his
Harvey
writers.
started like that.
I feel like that is where I would excel.
Steve Harvey started like that. Steve Harvey used to ghostwrite for this comedian, and one day, the comedian guy wife say, you was the guy that's right for my husband. Why don't you come down by the place and do a little job or whatever? Friend there, the man like go the job be, and friend there Steve Harvey is who Steve Harvey is right now. And I hear that clip on YouTube a couple of days ago, ironically speaking, just 2 days ago.
But that's
So you could be the ghostwriter, no problem.
Yeah,
I'm just showing you that what the ghostwriter
yeah.
started from.
Yeah.
And where he is
It's
now.
progress.
And
All progress.
then also we gotta remember that the structure here is also for a traditional type of job, like working in a bank, working as a nurse, working as no disrespect to nurses and anybody who has a nine to
Yeah,
five for sure.
do this back
Well,
Hey, essential workers, man.
I'm just saying that under normal circumstances, we told to go to school, get an education, find a good job, quote unquote.
Yeah, but get a house and get a car. Like if it dies.
But you know, there are more things out there that make, I mean, like a whole lot of money that are not traditional jobs.
And if COVID-19 show you that
Yes.
wild with, because
You
like,
understand?
it's although a lot of people were taught in school to get a job like that. But you see the trades, being a plumber,
Right.
being a carpenter, being a
And
barber,
then survive.
these are the men that
Some
people
trades
want
for
to don't want those sort of jobs, but those are the important jobs that
Yeah, I believe in that 100%
And you
because
know-
the same accountant that working in their beautiful AC office, who can build the house for them?
is
Who can run pipes so that the water comes to their taps?
Yeah.
when they have a
So
problem at
until the
home,
day that
fix it.
water could come through Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
plumbers will always got a job.
For sure.
You understand?
But
Yeah.
you know,
So
But
you
you
know,
know, we're in the business, and you
Yeah.
know, you got to be time consuming, right?
Yeah.
And as a family, the family, you got a decent family, a nice family, nice wife, and no
Yeah,
time,
thank you.
three
time
boys.
to three beautiful boys, you know what I
What
mean?
was the ages of your sons?
My first boy is 10. Second boy is 6.
Right.
The third boy is 3.
Well,
Right.
Aiden, Liam, and Elijah.
how hard is it as a business owner and time consuming as your businesses, spending time with your family, that all
Right,
stuff?
getting into the
You know,
music, that's also.
sometimes you might not even be able to get two
Well-
off days, you may get one off day. How hard is it to spend time with your family?
It's not hard. It's how you manage your time.
Yeah.
Well, don't let me say that. It can be hard, yes,
It
but
can be challenging.
it can be challenging. But it's how you manage your time.
Right.
At the end of the day, you separate, the sheep ring go up by just basically saying, look, this is work time, this is studio time, and this is family time.
Right.
So you just set aside your times. It don't happen in one day. It's a practice too. It's something that you go like a routine. That you go practice that it becomes for you comfortable or uncomfortable, but you as the individual have to make it comfortable for yourself, for sure.
So in regard to what would your wife say about your time management? Because we just
Well,
hear from your point of view, but
she
what
would
was
say
the feedback from your wife?
she would say that I just be real busy,
Right.
but she knows that with every time that I can spend with her, I will do that. She knows that. That's why I share my time with my boys, my family. When I say my boys, I mean my friends, because I can meet my sons too.
Right.
But I actually share the time. Sometimes I share it whack, but sometimes I share, most of the time I share it good because I know it could affect my marriage.
Right.
It could definitely affect my
How long
marriage.
you say you were married?
10 years.
And how long was your relationship?
This year in October 30, it'll be 11 years.
Right. So how long you were with your
Leona?
wife?
I was with Leona for 11 years. Because we knew each other a year before we got married.
Whoa.
Yeah, they got to your marriages too. They could work. Just roll with the punches.
Right.
Yeah.
You went there 2 years old and married for 10 years.
Yeah.
So you basically your what we is called the selfish stage, because I too had a daughter when I was young, and I gave up my quote unquote freedom
So you
so that I
definitely
would have been
understand.
yeah.
As a young father,
Yeah.
you go. And then when man was hurting, once when man got high up, I go in Miami here, I go here with my friend Miami or whatever. You can't even say whatever role you because you know that you got a little one,
Yeah.
and you can't left your wife without a little one.
Yeah.
I will let it go Miami with Kid go and have party down.
Yeah.
You want to start with it, Canada, a good Carabana with Kid have party down, Trinidad.
Right.
When you hear these stories, it hurts, but then you just go remind yourself,
Right.
these children never asked to be here.
Well,
Yeah.
So stand up as a man and take care of your business.
So here is sacrifices,
Yeah.
because they can only benefit you in the long run.
Take care of
The beauty
business.
about it is that you know
There
it's
will be
always
time
a
for
coin
fun.
toss. There's always be a
There
coin toss
will
when
be
it
time
comes
for
to
fun.
having children.
Yeah.
But I spoke to a friend today about this, and I told her there's no such thing as a perfect time. There's no such
Nope.
thing. Even if you plan a pregnancy, you could always meet hard times. You could always
Yep.
have a different ideology for
Yep.
the person you having a baby with or who you want to raise them, and that's bring a lot of stress in relationships. So I could understand where you're coming from, but you have three and I only have one.
Yeah.
So that's even more dedication because you got three different personalities in you sons.
Yeah.
You have your wife to deal with,
Yeah.
and then there's also time for Drew. So
Yeah.
so between being an artist, being a barber, being a full-time father, being a full-time husband, being an artist, like I mean, people can say how many hours in a day you got? Like you the bank to Apple and you buying extra because you know what about my clothes. Yeah, I want to buy extra gigs. You know, like how much? There's real hours though, dude.
It's
lot of
practice.
demand.
It's
Okay.
practice.
Okay.
It's practice. It's, as I said,
How often
managing
you
the time.
sleep?
To be honest,
For you?
I do not like sleep.
Oh,
so
Ask my wife. Because
Especially-
even like I be sleeping and then quick so I'd be up and I'd be just saying I'd get up on my phone, tap into some barber ideas, try to keep on top of the game as a businessman.
That's very important.
Try to keep on top of the trend because know that every day something changing, something new out there.
Yeah.
So that's be in my mind. It may not be healthy on my mind or my body, but that is me. That can't get away from me just so until I complete
But if that's
My
really
mission.
comfortable, that we don't.
until I finish my mission. That's how it gonna be.
I mean, if you're waking up at 3 a.m. to draw logos,
Right.
Yeah.
clearly.
But he said it,
Yeah.
but he
But
always
every-
sleep.
I usually make up at 3 a.m. to visit the wife, but I decided that morning to visit the sketch pad.
Right. I said it was in the word.
Visit me with.
Yeah.
Right. So
You would have said so too.
yeah, probably. But the aim overall for Trader Cuts, what was the vision? You already have a little vision for like your next.
Yep.
This how many years is this? Is it 5 years that the business was
Open.
was open?
This is 3 years.
3 years, sorry.
3 years.
So do you have